Hey,
Good
hey,
morning.
good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I'm glad that you asked me to be here.
Yay. So we've actually been chatting for a long time, for over a year, I think it's been. We connected first with your festival, and I was so excited to see the festival work that you've been doing. But before we start, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Ingrid, and I'm the founder of the Bull City Yoga Festival. And this is our seventh year with the festival. Yeah, yeah.
Wow. So what's it been like? I mean, your festival, it's actually next week. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yes. The festival is April 27th, which is actually next Saturday. So
Wow.
yeah, it's been a great journey. It's always been people wanting to be a part of it, even with the vendors, and just initially that first year going out and just asking different companies to be sponsors. They've always been so welcoming, and yes, sure. So wanting to be a part of it. So
Mhm.
it's been wonderful, wonderful. A great team of committee members is always willing to help and wanting to be able to do things to make the festival awesome. So it's been a great journey. I've really enjoyed it, and I just feel so humble to be able to have this idea grow into something that's been going on for 7 years. I can't believe it's been 7 years, but I love it. I love what I'm doing, and I love the embracing that the people are doing to make it work. So it's
Yeah.
been great. It's been great.
How did you get from that journey of I have an idea for a yoga festival to actually doing it? I mean, a lot of people say, "Oh, yoga festival sounds like a great idea," but to make that jump to actually creating the festival, what was the motivation to move forward with that idea?
Well, I was motivated by the idea because there was not a yoga festival in this area. The closest one that I knew of was in Asheville, which is hours away, Asheville, North Carolina. So I was just wanting to bring together a diverse group of yoga teachers and allow them to teach at the festival to the community that's around in this area, Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, and even beyond. So, just having that idea and moving toward wanting to bring people together.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, I got this idea. Let's see how it works and how far it goes. And so it just keeps growing and growing and growing. We started that first year in a Durham Park and Rec
Yeah.
Center. So now we are at the Zinc House
Mhm.
Winery and Brewery. So within those 7 years, we have actually, got bigger and just grown and just moved, into more higher areas of having the festival. So, it's been great. It's
Yeah.
been great. It's been
And
great.
over those 7 years, have you noticed more studios popping up in the area as well? A more interest in general in yoga in the area, especially where you live? Because I mean, I've noticed it even in New York City, studios opening every day. So there's always more and more. Have you noticed that where you are as well?
Well, I've noticed since after the pandemic, I've noticed a lot of people becoming yoga teachers. I haven't noticed a lot of studios opening.
Oh, interesting.
Unfortunately, I've
Yeah.
seen studios close.
Mm,
Um, so even after, the pandemic, studios have closed. So,
yeah.
but more teachers have grown. So now teachers are out in the park
Mm,
or going to different arenas,
mm,
farms, and just being outside in order to provide that yoga class to
yeah.
people into the community instead of studios. Because, like I said, after the
Yeah.
pandemic, studios, were closing. So, but people wanting to get back in, wanting to come
Yeah.
outside, wanting to come inside. So, I'm sure that as even our studio opens, that people will start, coming back into that community because people looking for that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And so a yoga festival is a great opportunity to do that as well, right? So if there aren't
Mhm,
many
right.
studios, what do you offer at the festival? Is it open for any level? Like if someone has never ever taken a yoga class, will there be something that they can take there?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Mhm.
The festival is for all levels. For
Mm.
someone who's never taken yoga before and wants to come out and just see what it's
Mhm.
like, to people who have been practicing for numerous years. So there are many levels, beginning to advanced.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we'll have classes for let's see, general yoga classes, classes for reproductive health.
Oh, wow.
We have someone teaching a animal flow class. We
Mm.
have a power class.
Mhm.
We have a like a juicy flowing
Mhm.
class, a lot of energy.
Mhm.
So we got a hip hop class. We having a sound bath. And
Mhm.
at the end of our class, for the day, the last
Mhm.
class will actually be, we have a neo soul singer coming from
Mm.
LA who's going to sing while one of the yoga teachers, someone he knows, will be teaching a yoga class. So
Yeah.
we have all kinds of classes for everybody. And then we have workshops. So we're going to have
Mm.
workshops at the same time for people who might not want to take a class, but they
Mhm.
want to do something. So we have workshops that's going to offer ideas and different things to along, with that day.
Yeah.
So we have a comedic yoga class. So we just
Yeah.
have a variety of classes going on. So
And I love
yeah.
that that's offered because you can come with a friend, and maybe if your friend has never tried yoga, there's an opportunity for them to try anything, a workshop. And I mean,
Mhm.
anyone can do a sound bath, right? No matter what. If you can breathe,
Right.
you can do a sound bath. So I always tell people, bring
Right.
bring your friend to try anything, and maybe they'll like something. Maybe they won't. Maybe it's not for them. But you never
Mhm.
know. There's with so many diverse offerings, there might be something that really speaks to them, and how exciting they you might be starting these people on their yoga journey,
Yeah.
right? So it's an
Yeah.
amazing
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, yeah. That's right, right. Even if they've never tried it before, like you said, you can do a sound bath because a sound
Hmm.
bath, you're actually just laying there and breathing.
Hmm.
So, and breath is very important in yoga. So, hey, you've already started on the right foot just
Yeah,
by breathing. So,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's for everybody, all levels and all
yeah,
interests.
yeah,
Yeah, all interests. So we'll have vendors and food
yeah,
trucks as well.
yeah. And I love it. Did you take a break in between? So when the pandemic hit, did you have to stop the festival, or were you still outside? You could still sort of do the festival at that time.
So when the pandemic hits,
Mm-hmm.
ironically, we still had the festival. We
Mm.
had a half a day, but it was on Zoom.
Oh, okay.
So we were actually able to provide the yoga festival and
Right,
have someone who actually structured it. So if you wanted this class, she would put you into this class by
right,
Zoom, and then she'll pop you into this
right.
class. So it was like you were going from class to class,
Yeah.
but you were on Zoom. And at that year that we did that, we actually had
Mm.
a person that was in Africa who was actually participating in the yoga festival. So I thought
Wow.
that was just
Yeah.
amazing, to have someone that far away, but she was actually, yeah, participating in the yoga festival. So we didn't stop. We just kept
Yeah.
going, but we
Yeah.
did it in a way that everybody could still attend,
Yeah.
but we were on Zoom and it was half a day. So, but
Yeah.
it was awesome. It was awesome.
Wow, that's amazing. I love that was one of the things that I loved during the pandemic when we were doing this, and it was really your range and who you could reach was just amazing. Like the fact that
Mhm.
someone in Africa was taking a class taking place in North Carolina, like that's
Right.
such an amazing the power of the reach is just it's always I love it. I love when that happens. So your
Yeah.
festival is a week from today. How are you busy? Are you excited? You must be like you're down in those final details now, like getting ready.
Oh, yes. Very, very
Yeah.
busy. Yeah. And exciting. But,
Yeah.
I'm so busy. I haven't had the opportunity for the excitement to hit yet. It's those last details that you
Yeah.
got to make sure this is done and that's done and go pick up this and go do that. So,
Yeah.
probably by Saturday
Right.
at the actual festival, then my excitement will
Right.
start coming out because I can then see how everything is coming together.
Yeah.
But right now I'm just too busy to be excited. So,
Yeah.
but I'll be excited on Saturday. Yeah,
And I
yeah,
love it. It looks like you have a great team around you too, because putting a yoga festival together it's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work.
yeah.
If someone came to you and said, I think I want to do a yoga festival, what is one piece of advice you would give them before they even attempted to start?
What piece of advice? I guess patience,
Mm,
um, with yourself and
yeah.
with that idea, and just letting the universe guide you,
Mm,
because that's what I had to do.
yeah.
My ideas always come from someone higher than me. And so I allowed that spiritual part of me to direct me into the path and the direction that I needed to go.
Mm,
So my advice would be to listen, to
mm.
listen to the universe. Yeah, to listen to the universe. So,
And that's great advice for life in general, right?
yeah, all right. No matter what you try to do.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
wonderful. Ingrid, anything else you want to share about the festival or anything? Your studio is opening up as well. Is that going to happen this year, you think, your brick and mortar, or is that going to be on hold for a little while?
No, actually, the studio will open up on June the 9th. That will be open house.
Yay.
Yeah, so see, I'm always
Yeah.
busy. So I'm going from the festival to the studio. So yeah, the studio opens up then.
Yeah.
June 9th is a Sunday from 3 to 5. We're going to invite people to
Yeah.
come out and see, what we've created for the studio.
Yeah.
And that's located, of course, in Durham also.
Yeah.
So we have that going on, and then we're going to offer a kids camp again. I used to do a camp years ago,
That's
so
great.
I'm trying to start my kids camp again. So I'm doing that one week in June, June
Yeah.
the 24th through the 28th. Then we also offer a free community
Mm.
class at one of the park and rec centers.
Oh,
So
that's
on
amazing.
Tuesdays, we have teachers from what we call the collective, which is a group of
Mm.
ladies
Mm.
and men who
Mm.
have joined the Bull City Yoga Festival Teacher Collective.
Yeah.
And so they teach at different places. They teach the classes for
Mm.
free to the community.
Wow.
So that's
Wow.
on
Yeah.
Tuesdays. Let's see what else we got going on. I think that's about, I'm
That's a
going to
lot.
offer yeah, it's a lot. And then I'm going to offer a self-care for
Mm.
educators, for a
Mm.
class, for a free class for teachers and administrators and,
Yeah.
whoever's in that field of education to come in and take a class because a lot of things going on there in education. So they
Yeah.
need that self-care.
Yeah.
So that's a class that will be offered in July. So we got a lot of good things going on
Yeah.
to kind of keep everybody busy and everybody, in that place of having a calm body,
Mm.
mind, and
Mm.
spirit. Mental health is very important these days. So
Mm.
just offering something to help people help themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, yeah. So
And I love that you're offering it for free to the community because a lot of times that can be a barrier for people trying something is the cost. It can be cost prohibitive and they say, "Oh, I'm interested, but it's too expensive. I don't have money, I don't have
mhm.
time." And that's a beautiful thing that you're offering to the community. That's
Yeah.
really it's an amazing thing. And I had read also on your bio that you began in education. Is that correct? Like your first yoga
Mhm.
class was actually at a school gym. So that's
Yeah.
is that why you're doing the education for education, your class?
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, sort of to kind of help them, to help the
mm,
teachers. Yeah, but I started out teaching yoga. I'm a school counselor by trade. And
yeah,
so I started out teaching while I was getting my yoga teacher training.
yeah,
I was teaching yoga at the school. I had a girls group. And so
yeah,
I was teaching them how to let yoga
mm,
prepare them, for that day to help them with their social and emotional
mm,
learning. So,
mm,
yeah, I started out right there in
yeah.
where I was working. So to kind of help
Wow.
them. And then providing, now I provide a free
Mm,
class on Wednesdays to the educators in my building who want to
wow.
have a yoga class. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, keeping everybody on the same,
Do you
calm down kind of way.
do you remember what when someone first said to you, take a yoga class, or you first heard, people were taking yoga classes, what was your first reaction to it? Did you love it right away? Were you a little bit hesitant? Like, what was your first reaction to that first class that you took yourself?
So the first class I took was many years ago.
Mm,
I have two boys, they're
mm,
men now, but
mm,
at the time they were going to UNC Chapel Hill to an MSN program.
mm,
And so on the way back home, I stopped at my gym. I was doing the gym. So I stopped at the gym and
Mm,
they were offering a yoga class.
mm,
And I had never taken yoga before. And I said, let me see what that is. So I took the class. And while I was in the class,
mm,
my higher power again said, see if they
mm,
have a teacher training for children. Because
mm,
the kids at the school that I work at, they had a kind of, I'm not gonna say a lot, but there was some with,
mm,
different mental health challenges,
mm.
ADHD, and those sorts of
Yeah.
concerns. So I asked the yoga teacher. She said, "Oh no, there's no yoga teacher training in this area."
Mm,
So remember, this was like in 2009, so this was years
mm.
ago.
Yeah, yeah.
So I said, okay. So I went home and I researched and I found a yoga teacher training in Herndon,
Mm.
Virginia. And so I would travel there once a month to get my certification.
Yeah.
But back to that question,
Mm,
that first class,
mm.
it was interesting. It was, I guess it was challenging because I'd never done it
Yeah,
before,
yeah.
but it led me into wanting
Mm,
to learn it so that I could help other people and
mm.
help myself too, but
Yeah.
to be able to give back and help children and adults.
Mm.
So yeah, that's how my journey started.
And I think that's so wonderful because that's why a lot of us, initially why we're drawn to the practice could be a variety of reasons, and then why we stay, right? So some people
Mhm.
they're
Right.
just attracted to sort of the physical postures, the asana, and then some people realize instantly the mental benefits that we get from it, just the mental health and the just general emotional benefits that we get, and that seems like one of the things that you really responded to, and then sharing that with other people. So
Yeah.
it's just an amazing. I'm always excited to hear about these stories because people tend to think of yoga as one thing, and
Hmm.
it's so many other things and so many other benefits. And like the sound bath, just laying there and breathing. That's yoga.
Hmm.
That's all we need to
Yeah.
do,
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's for children and for everyone. And so I'm so glad that you shared that and the work that you're doing and making it accessible in your community financially and
Mhm.
geographically, right? Now people
Yeah.
don't have to travel so far for
Right.
another festival. They can
Right.
experience a festival. So it's an
Right.
amazing work
Right
you're
here.
doing.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that.
It's a
Yeah,
lot.
it's
It's a
fun.
lot of hard work. Yeah, it's a lot of work, and it's it really does help you and the community
Hmm.
that you live. People, happy people are nicer people,
Yeah,
right?
that's true. I agree.
Is there anything else you want to share about the festival or about your work before we wrap up today?
Um, Not really, just encouraging people to purchase tickets to
Yeah,
come out and enjoy that day. Is going to be awesome. And
yeah,
just be amongst other yoga practitioners in that community is going to be fun.
yeah,
And the Zinc House Winery is such a beautiful place. So if you've never
yeah.
been, it's an opportunity to check them out as well as be a part of the yoga festival. So yes, yes, I would love for people to come. Continue to
And then
purchase tickets.
and then it sounds like you can have a glass of wine after, perhaps. Is
Yes,
that all? Oh, there you
yes.
go.
Oh.
So if the yoga
Yeah,
didn't work out, go have a glass of wine after and
that's right.
enjoy your Saturday. So check out Ingrid at Bull City Yoga Festival and her studio. If you can't make it there, make it to her studio in June. Ingrid, thank you so much, and thank you for supporting us. We are so grateful for you
Sure.
joining us. We are a free community magazine because of the support of our partners, and we are so grateful for you and all our partners and wishing you the best of luck. It's going to be a beautiful event, and I'm so excited to see pictures of it on social media. So
And you
thank you
will.
so much, Ingrid.
Thank you too. Thank you. Have a
Take
great day.
care. Now get
All
back to
right.
work.
Oh, yes.
Take
Bye
care.
bye.